I can't believe I forgot about this movie. I saw it back in May or June, whenever it came out, and then I was writing my list of movies that I saw during the summer and that I was planning to review during the year, and I knew back then that I forgot about one movie. And then I was watching the Blu-ray release trailer and I realized, hey, wait a minute, that's the movie I forgot to list. And I looked back at my list of movies that I saw during the year and realized, oh, yep, I forgot to review that movie. So now here's my review for Iron Man 3. And since I forgot it, it's not very memorable. It's a major step down for these Iron Man Avengers movies. But I guess it's an okay movie. Robert Downey Jr. is back, and Tony Stark is still Tony Stark for most of the movie. But I find the story rather pretentious. It takes place around Christmas time. For what reason, I don't know. If you took the Christmas theme away, it wouldn't change a thing about the movie. It's also disappointing that War Machine is pushed away in this one, and the villain is a joke. I also laughed at the DC Comics reference that they make in this movie. When Happy Hogan is on the phone and he says, "You've been hanging out with the Super Friends." Super Friends is DC. I know he's talking about the Avengers, but why couldn't he say Avengers or something more relatable? I think somebody should have been on the set to say, hey, you can't say Super Friends in a Marvel movie. Yeah. The villain is a joke. Also, Gwyneth Paltrow is in this movie again as Pepper Potts. She's alright in it. And the director and the writers all stated that they wanted a badass woman lead instead of the same old damsel in distress. I see where you're coming from, but this was kind of stupid. I can't lie. The villain is a joke. Good superheroes have good supervillains, and in this case, Guy Pearce made for a weak villain. He's usually good, but this villain was pretty weak. I'm not going to talk too much about how the Mandarin was different in the comics. Some parts were cool, like the early battle scenes in the movie, some of the humor. Downey did great too, so there is entertainment value to it. And Ben Kingsley is good up until that weak twist. The ending is pretty bogus too. Oh yeah, and I hear others calling this a rip-off of The Incredibles. You must be kidding me. The Incredibles sucked. So overrated. Iron Man 3, on the other hand, is mediocre. And that means Iron Man 3 doesn't cut it for comic book superhero movie adaptations. Rental at best.